I spent 2 years thinking about one moment. He set me up. In our world, you always go back. He just left him there. That's what I can't forgive.
That's my boy. Yo, T, I'm really happy you're home.
So if this don't tell you something about this movie, Martin came in tonight and I asked him a very simple question. And you want to slap the shit out of me. I simply asked you, because I saw the movie before you did.
Right.
I saw it last week. Yeah. And you came in, I said, just as nice, hey, how'd you like the movie? You said, motherfucker, you don't quit playing with me.
I was like, you saw it. How do you think I liked it?
The hell you think I think about this movie? And now y'all listen up here saying, well, what did you think about the movie? Oh, man, let me tell you something, Martin. One of those movies made me mad.
Did it?
Made me mad.
Because I've seen you watch movies like this and go like, well, I see things about it. Like you watch 300 Rise of an Empire and you like, yeah, I could bag on this, but I see things I like about it. I'm gonna choose to focus on those.
Okay, see, now, when I say mad, now I didn't walk out the theater. Get out of my way. I'm angry. You know, I didn't push people or anything like that. I was just irritated with it.
While there's plenty to not like, plenty, there was one thing in it that did make me mad consistently. But we'll get to that.
I wonder if it's the same thing I'm talking about. Because you sitting up here thinking, what could he be mad about after all these dumbass movies that he's enjoyed?
Exactly. We've seen so many dumbass movies. Some we've enjoyed. Some we just say like, hey, you turn your brain off. You just go, hey, look, it's Need for Speed. It's based on a video game about racing. There's all these Fast and Furious movies that get completely stupid, that bend physics and break them. And you guys, mostly Korey, will say, that's all right. I'm just going with it. It's for the fun. I'm there for the action.
Okay, everybody been wondering what Aaron Paul's gonna do.
Right.
Aaron Paul he was Jesse Pinkman. What Jesse gonna do next? Everybody's rooting for Aaron Paul. They love him.
You're absolutely right about that. And it's one of those things, Breaking Bad ends, oh man, my favorite show is gone. Now what?
Everybody wants to see another Breaking Bad.
Yes.
Yeah. And I'm gonna tell you what you're feeling right now. Yes, I'm gonna tell these people what they're feeling. Get that Breaking Bad at your system right now.
You know what? I wish you could have gone to the screening I was at, because I spent the first 15 minutes of the movie with the people around me waiting for him to say bitch. And saying it for him. A scene would end and they throw it at themselves.
Because for the Breaking Bad people out there, he don't say bitch one time in this movie.
One time.
He don't take no meth. I know y'all see him being chased by the police and everything. He don't cook no meth. He don't even cook a TV dinner in this, all right? So just get the Breaking Bad at your system right now, because I'm gonna tell you, if you are really looking for that Aaron Paul, that Jesse Pinkman character that shows so much promise for this actor right here, you're gonna be disappointed. This is not the Aaron Paul that you were looking for right now. All right, let's just talk about this plot for a little bit.
Plot, okay.
This is another case of a video game property that somebody wanted to make so bad and didn't have no story.
Right, because it's like a game from, the 80s, when they didn't even have stories for video games.
I think early 90s, I think.
Okay.
At the most. I don't know about the 80s. I think it was early 90s.
Well, I talked to somebody there who's told me how he played when he was in the military, and he was in the military in the mid to late 80s.
He's a goddamn lie. I'm going to call him that right now. He ain't here. Well, I never, in all fairness, I never played these games. I don't do racing games.
Right.
I just don't. But from what I've seen, I've played it a little bit. I've gone over to my friend Jeff's house. We've gotten drunk and crashed cars everywhere. You can tell people they just had a property and they needed to make something up, because I'm not necessarily saying that this story here is bad, but if it wasn't in the context of a video game, it's another one of those scripts where it could apply to anything. Now, I know that you say that, well, Korey, that's nothing new under the sun. Nobody's doing anything original today. My problem is not with this being so much an original story. It's just that this is not a story that really caters to this property. You can tell that it's just something that they needed to do. They needed a space to fill for the story.
It's almost, they had the license to do it. They've been trying to get this game off the ground for a while. They needed a script. Somebody wrote a treatment for a Fast and Furious sequel that got rejected quickly for being so terrible. They're like, look, we don't take a lot of pride in the scripts for this franchise, but we ain't shooting that shit.
That's one of the biggest problems with video game movies today is that you have the property and you just throw some bullshit in there for the sake of the story because you got to hurry up and get it made. We either have to get this made because we're going to lose it or we got to get it made because it's popular.
Right.
So just write some shit and put it on there.
Yeah. And the Fast and Furious movies are crazy popular.
And Universal got Fast and Furious and DreamWorks said, we want some of that money too.
Right.
Hey, we're going to do our own Fast and Furious. You got Fast and Furious, we got Need for Speed. Fuck you.
You got alliteration? We got rhymes.
You got rhymes. The story here is that you have Aaron Paul, who he plays just a lowly blue collar mechanic. He's not exotic or he doesn't have some criminal background like my man Vin Diesel.
Right.
He's just a mechanic.
Right.
Grease monkey.
Yeah, his dad was a mechanic. Now he's a mechanic. Owns his own shop, and his other actor model buddies work for him, working on cars.
And they got one of the Michael Bay shops. They supposed to be broke, can't meet the bills.
Broke, but it's a nice shop.
If they got a nice shop, it's like the Johnny Rockets of mechanic shops. You know, it's neon everywhere and shit. Yeah, it's sexy.
They ain't no grease.
Ain't no fucking grit. They ain't got
They are greaseless monkeys.
ain't got a smudge anywhere. I mean, goddamn, Aaron Paul can at least have a little bit of dirt on his cheek.
No.
Place is just spotless.
Spotless.
You ain't fooling nobody putting a bunch of rags over there and maybe some pipes over it. No, it looks like a set.
Right.
But there is some baggage from the past. Dominic Cooper as Dino Brewster comes into town. You know, they're doing their street racing thing because that's what they do. When they're not making cars, they're crashing them. You know, how is they gonna stay in business? And they're wondering why they don't make no money because you keep fixing your car.
Yeah,
you know, man, because they owe the bank money. Hey, man, we gotta get some money. We're gonna close. Maybe quit fucking wrecking your cars and fix other people's cars. The banker comes in like, and Aaron Paul's like, hey, you know, we just need a little more time. And the banker's like, okay, this bitch over here is playing video games. This guy over here is drinking beer. Y'all ain't even got a fucking car. It's like,
I think you can pay us if you got some cars in there.
Jesus Christ, you know, do I have to go wreck a car for you to do some business to get off your ass? But Dominic Cooper comes in and he gives this guy, Aaron Paul, Toby Marshall is Aaron Paul's name. He gives Toby an offer he can't refuse. Even though he's saying, look, Toby, man, I know we got some beef. And by the way, I missed that beef that they had. It came in just a tad bit late.
Oh, okay. Near as I can tell, the beef is that Dominic Cooper, Bruno, is that his name?
Dino.
Dino.
Like it matters.
Dino used to hang out with them, but Dino went big time. And he stole Aaron Paul's girlfriend away from him.
What? That's what they mad about?
Yeah.
They spend the whole movie up on each other like they're about to kiss each other, just mean mugging and shit.
Oh, yeah.
That's it?
Yeah.
You sold out?
Yeah, he sold out. He's actually racing professionally now.
Oh, fuck this movie, man. That's it?
That's it.
You hating because...
Oh, you too big for Kisco, New York. It's like, yeah, everybody is. And even the girlfriend, he's all like, hey, so how you like the big city? And she's like, Manhattan's not what I expected it to be, but it's fucking awesome.
Yeah, it ain't here.
It ain't here.
Yeah. So you gonna get mad at a dude for making some money and taking your girl because he got money.
Right.
Because your ass too stupid to make money.
Right. Because even, you know, what's Aaron Paul's character's name? Toby.
Toby dumbass.
Toby. He's all up in Dino's face like, come on, man, we can do this now. And Dino's like, hey, man, look, I ain't come here to hash out some old locker room bullshit.
Fuck this.
I actually got some work for you.
Yeah, and it looks like you can use it.
I'm bringing you like one of the rarest of rare cars that designed by Carroll Shelby, like the most famous car maker. You know, working with Ford on this last car. That you fix it up, and then you get a quarter of what I sell it for.
Yeah. Now here's where the really dumb part of the movie comes in.
Yes, strap in.
Yeah, because y'all thinking, all right, this shit sounds stupid already. No, that's just silly. Let's get to the dumb part.
Right.
Toby, he has a kid that hangs around. Harrison Gilbertson is the actor. The kid's name is Pete.
Yeah.
And Pete's got these visions.
Yeah.
Hey, man, I see how we going to make it. We going to race this big grand race, and I can see it in my mind. I got predictions. It's almost like I'm psychic. So you already know his ass is dead.
Well, that's the thing, man. Pete is the younger brother of the ex-girlfriend.
Yeah.
He's the youngest guy in the crew. and he's got visions of the future. So right there, you are dead in the You know what? Why don't you pull out a picture of your girlfriend back at home?
Yeah.
Tell everybody how you about to retire.
You retire, yeah. You listen. If you having visions in a racing movie where everybody's crashing, you ain't coming out of it. You know, you might as well have visions of your own fucking death, and that's where we really have to make. It's almost like the movie says, "Wow, you know, Dominic Cooper, he really isn't that bad of a guy. He's making sense.
We got to do something.
We got to do something." So here's where this is where the movie takes off with its real story. After they sell this car that Dominic Cooper paid Aaron Paul to make at this big auction, it was a nice ass Mustang, which, by the way, they managed to bring in holograms and shit for this thing.
Yeah, man. What was that?
I don't know. They brought some space age shit, but they sell the car. Dominic Cooper is kind of mad because Aaron Paul was the one that kind of brokered the deal, proved the car could go a certain speed that he said it couldn't go, and he's also flirting with the new girl, Imogene Poots, who comes in, who's sort of she is the broker, kind of the broker for the guy, kind of the car dealer that wants for the guy who wants to buy the car. He can already tell, even though Dominic Cooper already got a girlfriend, he's like, man, everybody's supposed to be looking at me, ain't no girl supposed to be falling for him, so I got the money,
right. I'm the professional driver. You still think you can race faster than me?
Yeah.
Tell you what. I'm going to challenge you to a race. If I win, I get all the money. If you win, you get all the money. Now, now, Aaron Paul's got more than enough to save his shop, keep it in business. There's no reason for him to say yes to this. It's enough to go like, that's cute and all.
Yeah. It's his pride that gets to him. And so they decide.
Especially with Lil Pete going, come on.
Oh, yeah.
Toby, you can do it, man.
You know, Dominic, you can't beat Toby. Ain't that right, Toby, man? You know, he pretty much unzips Aaron Paul. Man, you can't beat Toby. And it gets funny because Dominic Cooper says, all right, you know what? Let's settle this. We got 2 cars. Oh, wait a minute. We have an extra car for little Pete right here. They get out there. They do reckless racing. Pete ends up crashing.
No. Dominic Cooper crashes into Pete. He hits him from the back.
Oh, yeah, he's losing, and Pete's the only thing that's keeping him from coming up.
That's the thing. Dominic Cooper, he can't even beat Lil Pete. Forget Aaron Paul.
Oh, and he's like, shit, if I can't even beat Pete, I'm going to just kill fucking Pete. And knocks that motherfucker off a bridge, and Aaron Paul can't win. He got to get the car. No. And so this turns into a revenge movie. Aaron Paul has to do a little time. When he gets out of jail, he says, I'm going to get Dino. Well, I'm not going to kill him, but I'm going to settle this the way that got me in trouble in the first fucking place.
Yeah, but that's the thing. It's like, okay, sure, shouldn't Dino go to jail for that? But hey, man, Dino has people to vouch for him and say he was never there.
He was never there. Aaron Paul's the one that does the time, and to settle their beef, they go back out there and do this big underground supercar race.
Yeah, the supercar race that Michael Keaton puts on the internet.
Yeah.
just some crazy guy who's basically Beetlejuice without the makeup. yelling into his webcam to gets these drivers with these $1 million cars to do crazy illegal street racing, and so he can talk about it.
He even got a villain name. He's called Monarch.
Right. Yeah.
He's sitting up in a light post by himself, just sitting, acting like it. And really, for Michael Keaton in this movie, it's like they gave it was one day of shooting for him. They put him in one spot, gave him a bag of cocaine, and just let him go crazy. I mean, and he's doing this Michael Keaton shtick. Hey kids, we gonna race today. The car's going fast, baby. I love it, cats. Yeah. And I'm like,
we got a grudge match it. Ooh. You know what? I love this kid.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, it's so much his Beetlejuice shtick. I was like, God damn. It's like he didn't even try. He just looked at his old movie. He's like, I think I got this.
God damn, you could have put us. You could have took that suit from Robin Thicke and played this role. Man, now y'all probably saying, why are you telling us so much of this story? Because I want you to know how stupid this shit is, and you need to know about the biggest thing you need to know here. Of why I'm irritated with this movie is that Pete dies. Aaron Paul is grieving. The audience is supposed to be rooting for Aaron Paul to get old evil Dominic Cooper who killed his friend and just left the scene and got people to lie for him and all this bullshit. And I'm thinking, how many fucking lives did you endanger? Probably killed.
I know.
It's the movie who's trying to get you to see these people as good guys. Yeah. They're trying to emotionally manipulate you for people that don't give a fuck about anybody else. Why do I give a shit about Pete when Pete was doing something fucking stupid in the first place?
Yeah. You see so many cars wreck, and you just think, if you're not the street racer, like 99.777% of us aren't. You're some person who's just driving along the highway, and these assholes come and make you run into a ditch or into another driver and keep driving.
You guys give Fast and Furious a pass, and I'll tell you about Fast and Furious. The Fast and Furious guys, they're criminals. And
You're right. That's
they
the
let
thing.
you know that they're criminals, and they are usually in really, really desperate situations when they're trying to when they're doing all that crazy
Yeah.
stuff. They're being chased by villains, or they're trying to outrun the cops because they just robbed someplace. And even then, they're trying to be careful, but with the villain on their ass and everything, the villains usually killing more people than they are.
True.
So they kind of still. And I'm not even vouching for anybody in Fast
I
and
know,
Furious.
but it is that thing where I was watching, trying to figure out why do I care less about these people? It's with the Fast and Furious, they do set them up as criminals. They're already outlaws, so they're going to break the rules. Two big things that bother me about this movie.
Yeah.
Is one, they manufacture a reason for him to drive across country, and there's a woeful lack of police who are on him. like his whereabouts are being broadcast on the news, on the internet, and somehow the police can't find him, can't track him down, can't put down a roadblock. That makes no sense at all.
Now, I know Detroit is broke, but they have a scene where he's actually going around the block, and there's a cop chasing him.
Yeah.
You
Two or
can't
three
get
other cops out there.
You can't get two cops to come and do a roadblock on a guy that's just going in circles.
In my top complaints, that's number two.
What's your number one?
My number one is how shittily they write the secondary characters. Sure, Aaron Paul, Imogene Poots, somebody worked on them. Matter of fact, the two of them together, I thought they had some chemistry after a while. I didn't even mind seeing them. But all his sidekicks, whereas Vin Diesel's sidekicks, they all have side stories. You get to know them.
Yeah.
These guys are just generic pastiches, especially the worst. This is where I got angry. All this other stuff, I'm like, yeah, okay, whatever.
Is it Kid Cudi?
Is it Kid Cudi? Is he the one who plays Benny / Maverick / Liar?
Yes.
The guy who flies? Yeah. Yeah, they had the most generic, coonish, niggerish dialogue for him. He's the one who's got to dance. He's the one who's got to shine. He's the one who's got to shuck and jive. Every time he's on screen, nothing but that. I was like, man, you really have no idea how to write black people. Like the last time they saw black people was in 1985, and that's all they know. He was saying shit that even Will Smith would have been like, come on, man,
Yeah.
I'm not doing that.
Oh hell no! No,
Right.
Well, he is a rapper. He can't.
I don't
dance.
give a shit. That was embarrassing.
It didn't bother me as much as you did because he started out cool. It was
coonish, man.
It bothered me more that he was able to pull, because this guy, he's their backup. The reason why these guys can get around the city without running the cops is because he's up in the air telling them the route to go. It bothered me that he could just pull any kind of aircraft out his ass and just have it available. I mean, it's one. I kind of lost it when they were in Detroit, and he was able to find out of nowhere a news helicopter. But when he got the military helicopter and they explained that shit, I said, man.
Sure, they explained with the news helicopter. Oh, I just borrowed it from a friend. Wow, you just lost your friend his job.
He lost his friend his job, put some military people in jail.
Yeah.
Sergeant Jackson, this is not what we discussed.
Sir, will you relax? Okay? I got this.
We're good!
You gotta tell me you believe I can fly an Apache helicopter, man.
What?
I'm serious, bro. You always trying to play me. Tell me you believe I can fly an Apache helicopter.
Tell him whatever he wants!
Yeah, you can fly an Apache helicopter!
And my handle is Maverick. Gotta call me Maverick. Let me hear it.
Maverick!
Was that so bad?
I understand that these are the movie universe, but it, like I've been saying, man, it gets to a point where they really do just tell you, you know what?
Fuck you.
You stupid.
You stupid.
Yeah, you just dumb. You don't know. We can get away with this because, well, your little mind. As long as things are moving, you don't see it.
As long as you see stuff moving,
Yeah.
and we crack a few jokes, they ain't got to be good jokes.
Motherfucker, you treating me like you pointing a laser point on the wall. I'm just chasing that shit. I ain't no. When you got a guy being broadcast his whereabouts, you can't. He's going across the country,
Right.
and you can't put a roadblock up somewhere down the street for him. That's insulting, man.
I'm sorry, I forgot number 3 on my list because number 3 cannot be forgotten.
What's that?
Okay, so you go like, hey, all right, he's outrunning cops so he can get across the country from New York to California to enter this race on time. And Dominic Cooper is like, I'm not worried about him. But to show how much I'm not worried about him, I'm putting a bounty on his head. And who can ever stop him from getting here, I'm going to give you this car. Now, these guys, they ain't about stopping him. They are trying to kill him.
They're trying to kill him, yeah.
It's like, really? Murder seems like an okay thing to do? Just to get a car?
Well, I could understand Dominic Cooper wanting to murder him because he didn't want him to come up with evidence.
And he doesn't say murder him. He says stop him.
Yeah.
But these guys who take it upon themselves to murder him and his girlfriend.
Well, I think they also said don't kill him, but they were doing shit that would kill him.
Shooting him with a shotgun?
Shooting at the window with a shotgun. I don't think that's going to necessarily
trying to run him off of a cliff.
I don't think they tried to run him off a cliff. I think these guys had something because they need to get the car too, right?
No.
Why am I trying to make sense
all
out of
they
this?
Was
shit?
stopping.
Okay, you know what? Who gives a fuck, right? There's so much dumb shit in here, and I know y'all looked at the Fast and Furious and said, "Well, they get away with it." But the Fast and Furious, there's a level where they go so over the top with everything.
It was a movie that made me want to go to the screenwriters of Fast and Furious and say, "Hey guys, I'm sorry about what I said about you before."
And I'm not sorry what I said to Fast and Furious. No, y'all dumb too. If I had them both in the room, I'd say, you stupid motherfuckers. But you just fucked up. Now, and the reason why, it's Fast and the Furious. They go to such lengths to be a cartoon now that CG has taken over completely.
Right. Yeah, there's not even any more real cars in those movies.
What this movie was trying to take its pride in, it was trying to take its pride in being more practical chases and more practical effects with cars.
Yeah.
And you still leave yourself in the realm of believability here, where it's enough to look at the flaws in that and whatever believability you wanted us to suspend, and look at it and say, no, I'm not buying it. There's several scenes where they just drive in the opposite end of traffic. Not only is that insulting in the sense they're putting people in danger, but that's another race or car chase cliche.
Yeah.
And they do it several times in the movie. But let's just take all that endangerment out. Going back to killing Pete and however I'm supposed to feel about these other people, they're doing stupid shit. When Pete died, Aaron Paul should have stopped the car and said, well, what the fuck did I think was going to happen?
That was my thing. Yeah. That whole thing of like, no, he flipped his car. He died.
You mean we can die?
Yeah. Every time you get out there, that's a possibility. Why is this shocking to them? I don't get it. I will say this.
What?
Like I said, I got two positive things to say about the movie. Is that one, I actually thought Imogen Poots was pretty good. Everybody had shit material. I thought she kind of rose above it for what it was worth. I mean, she's one character out of, several.
She's obviously too good for this movie. I know she got to get money.
Yeah. And even it's almost like so many different characters were in different movies. Like her and Aaron Paul are in a different movie than what we're seeing.
Yeah.
Michael Keaton is in his own movie that's being spliced
Keaton
in
don't
here.
even know. He don't even know he's in a movie. That motherfucker he's just acting a fool.
Yeah. Dominic Cooper is kind of like, I should be the next Robert Downey Jr. I don't know what's happening.
Dominic Cooper is so bland in this movie.
Yeah, he is.
I didn't even know it was Dominic Cooper. It took me a while to figure out that can't be Dominic Cooper because he wouldn't do some shit like this. This guy's too good of an actor.
I know. But the other thing is that I like the racing didn't impress me so much. I mean, it's like, yeah, it's okay, but I'm not getting that feeling like I want to drive my car fast. But the crashes I thought were awesome. They had a way of putting the camera in the car that was being flipped in the air and slowing things down. Not 300 style, but just in that way, like when you're in an accident and your brain speeds up.
Yeah, you know what? I'll give you that. I'll give you that the thing that I thought worked against them here the most as far as the car chases go is it worked for them in that area. Even when they're racing, they have the camera angled on the cars at a way where you're getting a point of view shot that's cool.
Yeah.
So some of the racing stuff I don't think was a total waste. I'm going to bring it back to Aaron Paul. For Aaron Paul that showed so much promise in Breaking Bad, this is an insult to his talents right here.
Sure.
The only thing he does, he goes around the movie, the whole fucking movie playing that quiet, angry guy character.
Right.
And that's, except when he's crying about some stupid shit. Yeah.
Me, no.
Even they like, cut.
Yeah.
Aaron, cut, man.
Aaron,
Shit is.
I'm sorry. This is not that kind of movie.
Aaron, it's just Need for Speed, man. Because you could tell he was putting his all. He's like,
He was.
shit, I got a big ass movie. I better cry like a motherfucker in this.
He was acting his ass off, and it's like nobody else is doing that.
Nobody gives a fuck, Aaron. In fact, this ain't even about you. People just here for these cars, man. Get your ass up. I'm gonna dry your face. Oh man, the more I talk about this movie, the more irritated I get by it. Hollywood really does think that these people are dumb.
Yeah.
This is again.
They're like, hey, you let Tyrese fly across the freeway and land on a car.
Yeah. No, if you're gonna be a cartoon, be a cartoon. Don't come here with all this drama and shit. God damn it.
Go full retard.
Yeah. Please. Shit, go full cartoon with this shit. I have nothing in there that I like. I was sitting up there the whole time thinking, I don't even want to be here anymore. There's nothing here for me at all. Need for Speed. Need to shut the fuck up. This movie's, this movie go fuck itself, man.
Well, I didn't like the movie either, but I don't feel nearly as negative about it as you do. Oh, you're making me laugh.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know why. Maybe because I didn't want to. Here's the deal,
And
man.
you drove all the way out to Lakeline.
I drove out north.
Almost to another city.
People, I drove to another city here. That's a city about 30 minutes away from here that I went to go see this in because I wanted to get it out the way. And I guess I feel stupid myself because it's one of those movies you know it's going to be bullshit before you even get in there.
I know.
Well, the moment Aaron Paul introduced that shit after Breaking Bad, I don't care if y'all introduced that after Breaking Bad.
I felt like I was like the only guy going, oh, this is going to be really terrible. The fact that they're trying to link Breaking Bad to it. But everybody I talked to was like, I don't know, man. I'm looking forward to this. And I was just like, really? Okay, I'll just smile and pretend I'm a drone like everybody else. But I don't see how this could possibly be good. So to me, I was never expecting to see a good movie. Probably as Breaking Bad was ending and everybody was figuring out what they were going to do next, and every script he got was for him to be a meth dealer who says bitch all the time. There's like the one script that didn't have that. He's like, fine, I'll take it.
Does it say bitch? No, give it to me.
Well, it does say it once, but you don't say it.
Actually, somebody calls you that. Listen, as much fun as these negative reviews are to do, I don't like being snarky about the film. I want to enjoy the movie, and I want to be fair to it. As much as I don't like this movie, I'm going to give you a reason to go out and pay to see it. If you are a person who cares about nothing else except car crashes and car chases, some of these scenes are truly spectacular in this movie, and I would recommend seeing it on the big screen. Preferably, I would say pay matinee. Outside of that, rent this and watch it at home. And when I say rent it, I'm talking about when you absolutely have to watch a major release and you've exhausted everything else on that list. You don't even have to watch the whole thing. You can be sitting up there doing homework or your taxes. You can look up when you hear an engine rev. You know there's about to be a chase scene. After that, you can go back to your task at hand. And finally, I'll say this much. I could have been kinder to this movie, but it doesn't know when to fucking quit. Amidst all of its scenes of dull-ass drama or the scenes where they're pissing you off with the reckless driving, this shit can't even get its fucking comedy right. There's a scene in here where one of the characters quits his job, and it could have been done in a minute and been cute. But no, they got to stretch that out to some overblown spectacle of stupidity.
Comedy. It's one, you know what, with a lot of these movies, when they do comedy and it's awkward or crass or Michael Bay-ish, that really makes me, it rankles me. It puts me in like, you know what, I was going to just give you a pass just for showing up, and now I don't like you.
Yeah.
And I want to take revenge.
Yeah.
To me, it's a red box movie, because it's always people who like, they want another Fast and the Furious movie, and they're willing to take Brand X, a lesser version, just to get that fix. I mean, it ain't for me. I'll never watch this again.
Sometimes you can get an off-brand. That off-brand tastes like shit.
Oh, most of the time it does.
This is one of those knockoff brands where
this is the one, like whatever grocery store you go shop at. This is their brand.
Yeah.
of it.
I had some trivia, but I ain't even gonna do it. This movie trivialized me.
Oh man, yeah, not even one.
Cut that music off. No, I ain't doing. Okay, you know what? I'll do. Fuck. I got some interesting trivia right here. I'll do two. I ain't doing as many as I have.
Okay.
So, and since we're talking about Aaron Paul taking his role right here. And I'm kind of mad at him because he didn't have to take it, because the role was originally offered to Taylor Kitsch. But Taylor Kitsch said, man, I got too much bad shit under my belt.
He needed this like he needed another hole in his head.
Yeah, Taylor Kitsch, he said, look, I already been in one bad board game movie, not even a video game movie. Man, I'm just Hollywood is just letting me back in.
I'm sure he's like, after the year I had, no thank you. But his agent said like, yeah, Tay, I got some bad news, man. They dropping you from Need for Speed to get Aaron Paul. He was like, Hallelujah.
You know what he probably did? Because Taylor Kitsch he's just now coming back.
Right.
He was just in that Navy SEAL movie.
Yeah, Lone Survivor.
Lone Survivor. So I think the guy that directed Lone Survivor directed this movie.
Peter Berg?
Oh, no. I'm sorry, not Peter Berg. I'm thinking of Act of Valor. Oh, yeah. No, the director of this is the guy who directed Act of Valor.
Something new has
We
been
should tell you
added.
something right there. But Taylor Kitsch probably got that script, looked at it, and thought, shit. He ran to Aaron Paul's house, laid that script on the ground, and just knocked on the door and just ran.
had it in a wicker baby carriage.
Yeah. Probably hide behind a bush to see if he takes it. Get this shit away. He could use this shit. I don't know. I gave it to him. He ain't gonna blame me. Oh, let's see here. Now, Aaron Paul actually did not want the lead role. He was going to take Dominic Cooper's character, Dino.
Okay.
But Spielberg came in. I guess Spielberg was a fan of Breaking Bad or something because he said,
Who isn't?
Exactly. And he said, boy, you know how much money you worth right now? You ain't gonna be no sidekick. You ain't gonna be no villain.
Right.
So he made him the lead role. That, from what I read, that's Spielberg saying that.
Yeah, Spielberg don't always get it right. Thus, Shia LaBeouf has been pushed on us.
Shia LaBeouf, and not to mention you own a studio that released this nonsense right here. I'll say this little bit of trivia right here.
All right.
We talked about how the car chases and some of the points of view and the crashes were cool. That might be attributed to the fact that the majority of the stunts that were done in this movie, they used shells. Used the shells of cars. They used no real computer effects here. Funny thing is, so
Really, even with the crashes, because some of those crashes, like when the car was on fire, I'm like, that looks CG.
okay, maybe with the fire and whatnot, but as far as the crashing and everything goes, they said that they hardly used any visual effects in this
You notice
movie.
how Pete's car caught on fire the minute it got tapped? This was one of those, you remember like in old TV shows from the 70s?
Yeah.
Or movies, like a car was supposed to like crash on impact.
Yes.
But sometimes the pyrotechnic guy didn't get it right. And it would ignite while it was in midair.
Yeah. Oh, I saw that here kind of where it was swirling and it just caught on fire.
Yeah. I'm like, why is it on fire just from being tapped?
To show you Pete's face when he realized how much he fucked up. Did you notice that the car's going in slow motion? We got fucked up Cam. Pete was looking like, oh shit.
Oh, there was that. But that was actually cool. It's like he's almost weightless for a while. But yeah, him looking around like, oh shit.
Yeah.
I wonder, maybe if I grab a steering wheel, I can pull out of this. Like, you don't know physics very well, do you, kid?
Yo, that's your ass, man. I like the look on his face where it's like, damn, I really did fuck up, didn't I? Sitting up here following that goddamn Toby. Fuck him, man. Shit. I knew I should have gone. Funny thing here, though, is that these cars, while you're thinking they just use shells, some of the supercars here are worth millions.
Oh, yeah.
4.6 million. So some of the shells of these cars cost more than the cars you and I drive put together.
I'm sure.
300,000. That's just a shell.
Right.
All right, since you made me do this trivia, I got a quiz for you.
Oh, no. No, that's all right.
No, that's
Hey,
no,
so
that's too.
so you can find this on
you can find us right
Facebook.
here doing this quiz, Mr. Martin, sir. And this might save your life.
Okay.
See, I got a quiz that probably will help you.
Okay.
Now, with all these crazy people street racing out here and everything, providing they don't kill you, you might end up in a car wreck. So this is some information you need to know. Now, just in case you get into a car wreck with anybody, street racer or not, what do you do after this? And I'm talking about not just right after, but the whole process. Do you A, leave the scene?
Hell no.
No, hold on.
Okay.
A, leave the scene. B, apologize. C, lose your cool. D, talk to the other driver's insurance. Or E, take the first settlement that you get offered.
All right.
Would you like me to read those again?
Yes, read it one more time.
Okay. A, leave the scene. B, apologize. C, lose your cool. D, talk to the other driver's insurance. Or E, take the first settlement offer. Which one of these do you do?
All right. I don't know what you have written down there, but I know what the correct answer is.
What's the correct answer?
Okay, one, apologizing. You never do that.
Okay.
You say, I wish this did not happen.
Okay. Why do you not do that?
Because once you say, I'm sorry, that can be used against you in court.
Very good.
It's like, hey, you admitted guilt.
Very good.
Losing your cool is not going to solve anything.
That's true.
It never does. I forget what some of the other two were, other three.
A, leave the scene. D, talk to the other driver's insurance, and E, take the first settlement offer.
Okay. Gosh.
Which one of these do you do?
I'm sure that what you have down there is either those last two, either talk to the other insurance, or take the first settlement. But I have it on good authority that the answer is A.
Leave the scene. Do you that your final answer?
Yeah.
Sorry.
No. I know that's not what you got written down, but I'll explain it to you once you get done.
Well, the answer to this is you do none of these.
Oh, okay.
You don't leave the scene because you could. Well,
I'll talk to you about this.
okay.
after we get done.
Well, you gave a good answer. You don't apologize because that could incriminate you.
Yeah.
You don't lose your cool. You do not talk to the other person's insurance. You let your insurance company do it for you. And you do not take the first settlement offered if possible.
Right. You almost never take the first settlement offer.
And legally, we don't leave the scene.
Okay.
But
now here's the thing. My mother sells auto insurance.
okay.
And I've talked to her about this, people in hit and runs. And she said, like, I got to be honest with you. The way the law is set up, you're better off leaving the scene. Because if they don't catch you, you'll get away and nothing will ever happen. And people do it all the time.
Your mother tells you this?
Yeah.
Okay, let me ask the judges if we can take this answer. Maybe we can change it around if you have this on authority. Let's see. I'm sorry, Martin. Actually, they are calling in the authorities to talk to your mother right now.
Thing is, man, because I'm talking to her about when that happened to me. When, some guys hit me and then left the scene, took off. And I talked to the police officer about it. He's like, oh, we catch these guys. We caught them. They're going to be in big trouble. I was like, yeah, that's going to be a Class C misdemeanor. Do you know that ain't shit?
Oh, really?
Yes. It's only bad if you left a scene where somebody was hurt. But if you just ran into a car and wrecked the other car, and people ain't hurt and you take off, if they catch you, it's a Class C misdemeanor.
That ain't shit.
That ain't shit. Exactly.
Shit, you can get off jaywalking just as easy.
Exactly. It's fucked up.
Shit, in fact, you probably get worse than the jaywalking act. We saw a girl here in Austin get tackled.
Yeah, exactly.
For jaywalking here, you just Class C misdemeanor. That's it.
Yeah, man.
Oh shit, I'm gonna go out there and drive as crazy as I want to.
I mean, it's bad. I was like, that needs to be changed.
Wow.
Because everybody thinks like, oh man, you can't leave the scene of an accident. Yeah, somebody's hurt. You shouldn't do that because that might work into being a felony. But ain't nobody hurt, and you just take off, and they don't get your number or nothing.
You know what? This movie just got a whole lot better than me. Fast and Furious, and this movie just got a whole lot more sensible to me.
Yeah.
You know what? This movie, full price, man. Go see it. And drive to the theater just as crazy as you want to. Anyway,
if you like, I was gonna say, you often forget. I was gonna say, but if you like this review and you want to come back for more,
yes. Oh, thank you for reminding me because I've been forgetting lately. Yes, please email me at kcoolmanz@gmail.com. You can email me and tell me what you think. Me and Martin, tell us what you think about the reviews here, the other shows, and go to SoundCloud and see our shows. While you're on the computer, go check me out on Twitter at kcoolmanz. And you can find me on Facebook. Mr. Martin.
You can find Martin Thomas as well on Facebook. Or if you like the Twitters, go to Martin_nofro.
Okay.
But yeah, download the SoundCloud app. Don't be a slave to iTunes.
Or maybe you will run into Martin, but you won't catch him because he'll be leaving the scene of the crime. So it's better to get him on the computer. All right, everybody. That is our review, trivia, quiz, and all that good stuff. Thank you. We'll talk to you later. Goodbye.
This could put him away for life. It's time we make him pay. But first, we're gonna need a fast car.